I know auction is coming up very, very soon. I thought, why not get an expert who is an expert in auctions and drafts to a show. So we have with us Mr. PredictKar, Ashutosh Paibhale. Welcome to the show.
He is a pleasure, Absent.
So he is the most educated cricket analyst in India. He is a lawyer, he is an MBA, he is an engineer, and very soon he is going to be a doctor, a PhD in analytics. So does this make you different from the other analysts in India?
First of all, let us understand the evolution of cricket. With the changing times, the advent of technology and shorter formats like the T20 and T10, it's become a level field. Anybody can beat anybody on a given. So the strategy aspects and the nuance become even more important. And lastly, the franchise where players are bought in, sold in an auction and so on. So the actual battle is fought in the war and not on the cricket field. So with the changing times, the evolution, the skill set required are also different. So what is it that I get on the team? First and foremost, as you mentioned about the analytical background with respect to the education. Secondly, years and years of experience of analyzing numbers in general and cricketing numbers in particular. Thirdly, the cricketing action. Fourthly, we are full-timers. That means we do research and prediction the year, be it the domestic tournaments like Sayyid Pushtakari, be it the global leagues like MLC which was just concluded, or the 100 which is ongoing, domestic leagues like KPL, EMPL, etc. And so we have a global as well as a full-time approach to it.
So how is the role of an analyst different than the role of pitch?
If the coaches are technical experts, a batting coach will tell you about the head position, knee position, the elbow position. A bowling coach will tell you about the wrist position, the seam position. I'm not an expert at that, but considering a player's skill set, his age, his nationality, his brand, his fitness, whom to pick. More importantly, in what price range or at what price, and most importantly, whom not to pick is my sense.
So now talking about coaches, any coach you rate highly?
Let us understand. I think the best cricketers are not necessarily the best coaches, and vice versa. And we've already seen about the changing skill set of a analyst. So the moment the coaches realize that there is a specialized strategy domain and are willing to hire a consultant or an expert, then it becomes easier for them. Take for example, Rahul Dravid hired to serve a strategy expert for the recently concluded World T20. There are some coaches who that both things well as well. I think name of Mahira Chewat, when his quest with Southern Brave was quite predictable, and he's done well in Mumbai Indians as well. Stephen Lenny, years and years winning with CSK, and globally also he's participating and doing well. Andy Flower, his team being set to the finale more often than not, and Tom. These are the top one again globally is done very well. One more name that comes to my mind, and a recent addition to the list, I'll say, is Mike Hessett, because he's won with the WPL Bengaluru League and the PSL with Islamabad United.
So now coming back to analytics. So do you have any theory or process when it comes to auctions and drafts?
Then theory which I consider key to auction or draft process is called the game time scheme. That is, higher the involvement of a player in a particular game, more prefers to such players. The batsman who batted in the top 3 can account for nearly 120 balls. And each batsman can play as high as 70. So that is about 50 to 60% of an innings. So if they can bowl, it's an additional skill that depending on the number of overs they hold, they are game time 8. So batting all-rounders who can bowl 4 overs and you can bat at the top 3 and have the ideal skill.
Yeah.
All bowlers bowl 4 overs. So all bowlers have a game time of 20s. And assuming the bowling skill is there, we see the batting position. So our number 7 bowling all-round will be having the highest game time among all bowlers, followed by all the bowlers in the batting order. We are assuming that their bowling skill is C.
Yeah.
So first, the batting all-rounders who are batting in the top 3, followed by the bowling all-rounders, and lastly, your batsman batting at number 4 to number 6 here in that order. This is with respect to a particular game and can be expanded to entire series in perennially injured players like Deepak Chahar, Mark Wood, Reece Stokely, Richard Lees.
Yeah.
We are a big no-no because longevity is there. So game time within a game and game time over the entire duration of a series, and then even expanded to a career as well. Okay. So greater the longevity, greater is the game time. Greater the game time, greater is the chance to succeed. We can draw a parallel with the likes of Tendulkar and Dravid. In their entire career, they have succeeded about 28% time. But their longevity was such that they are among the most successful careers. So factoring the skill and game time over a game, series and career is the game time hypothesis.
You explained it so well. So I want to ask, what is the conviction behind this theory or this process?
See, if you would have asked me this question maybe a year, it would have been difficult. But with IPL 2024, it becomes easier.
Yeah.
First time, let's go back to the 90s. Umesh Kaluwitharma and Sanab Jason had revolutionized the power play. It was 15 overs time.
Yeah.
And that was the ODI. So we had revolutionized the ODI. Similarly, the 4 openers of the 2 teams which played the IPL final 2023. So they Narayan, Phil Salt, Abhishek Sharma and Travis revolutionized the T20. So what all do we learn? Focus on call.
Yeah.
Focus on strike. The opener skill that is where our game came about. Importance of we are batting all-rounders like Sunil Nair. And calling him a batting all-rounder because he is batting in the top. He's an opener that can bowl 4s. Then importance of strike, and most important, importance of 6s over 4s.
Yeah.
A 6 is 50% more than a 4. So everything should be on 6 sheets and not just boundary hits. So one more thing which happened, these players which have the maximum game time, we utilize it so well that Rinku Singh was a T20 regular and he lost his place.
Yeah.
He was not in the World Cup squad. He had an average of around, I think, 60 plus in T20 internationals. It's not that he played badly, just that he didn't get the opportunity because the players batting above the point which so well. We had both the Ayers who were following, and we had Amrish in one of the games, Rana in the other games. So, Rinku Singh didn't get an opportunity. One more striking stat is Andre Russell did bat in any of the games which KKR chased. Just striking. That's surprising.
So now that the conviction is there, do you have any exceptions in this?
Of course, all rules have exceptions.
Yeah.
And if I don't mention the exceptions, the theory won't be very deep. So the biggest exception, the one that I mentioned, was Andre Russell. He's a bowling all-rounder. He's a part in the top 3. Yeah. But he's a T20 beast. So he's an exception. One more big exception, maybe bigger than Andre Russell, is just swing the ball.
Okay, yeah.
He bowls 20% of the ball, but he's an all-format bowler, top bowler, number 1 bowler in the world after all. So again, he's an exception. He's only taking 20% of the innings, but a great exception. So one bowling all-rounder we had an exception, one bowler we had. Let us try and get a patch as an exception. Cambridge class.
Oh.
He's batting at 4 all over, but a great spin hitter. So, and a six hit. So the 50% premium which we get of a 6 over, that is a tempo. So these are the exceptions that come to top list. Yes.
So these exceptions actually can turn it.
Absolutely. So when it comes to these, the all the theory goes behind it. But more often than not, any theory has an exception. So as long as it is sufficing for more than 90%, the exception will be.
So now that we are talking about players, who is your all-time favorite player and why?
So tough question. But let's stick to the retired.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So no current players. Obviously, the current players, Sunil Narayan and Russell will be there.
Yeah.
So going with the game hypothesis, obviously I follow my own hypothesis to come to a conclusion. My favorite all-time player had a career of around 13 games, 13 seasons. Sorry, he bats in the top 3, can bowl also more often than not. Has played over 140 games, has got 2 Player of the Tournament awards, has nearly 4,000 IPL runs, has nearly 100 IPL wickets, has a Player of the Match, the final as well. Any guesses?
Raina
gave at least a guess, but my answer is Sherwood's.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Okay, I'm best.
When he started his career in 2008, he was not an Australia regular. From there, he transitioned himself into a T20 piece. That time, Australia used to James O'Brien as an all-rounder in India national.
Yes.
And after that, no looking back onwards. So,
it's a good choice. Sure. So now, before we end and the curiosity kids, I want to ask you one question. Why PredictKar and not Mr. Predictor?
Okay,
Is there a story behind?
Not really, but I'm happy to share it. Predict is well known. Why KAR and not OR? Predictor is a very English thing. PredictKar is Indian. In Hindi and Marathi we say PredictKar. And the Kar has a famous association with cricket as well. Tendulkar, Gavaskar, Majrekar, Winsalkar, and other.
Yes. Okay, so now we know why it is PredictKar and not Predictor. That was a good explanation. And again, thank you for being on the show and explaining your hypothesis, the process.
Always a pleasure.
It was so wonderful to understand the process behind analysis. So that was the episode for you guys. What do you think? What is your feedback? Write down in the comment section below. And we'll see you in the next episode. Till then, bye-bye.
Cheers.